So today I'm going to talk about SOP, Statement of Purpose. I know I did a video earlier, my previous video on SOP. I talked about how the SOP should look like, but I received a lot of questions on exactly what needs to be in there. So I took the time out to actually plan and go through all the essential things that you need to include in your statement of purpose. So without much ado, let's get into today's video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If today is your very first time seeing my face, my name is Ewa and I talk everything about immigration, especially staying in Canada and also lifestyle in Canada and all that good stuff. I'm a nursing student as well, so I try to chip some of the nursing stuff in there as well. If that's the content that you're interested in, then you are the right place. My returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support, and you guys know I love you very much. Without much ado, let's get into today's video. So today what I'm going to talk about is statement of purpose. I know I did a video earlier talking about how the statement of purpose should look like and what should be included, but I received a lot of questions on that, so I wanted to do another video making it very blunt and clear on what exactly needs to be in your statement of purpose. Remember that the statement of purpose is a letter. It's a formal letter that you're writing, so all the principles and rules included in writing a formal letter should be applied. First things first, you need the address. So your address and the visa office address. I have the visa office address for the embassy in Ghana, but then if you are applying from another country, you would have to look for the address or where IRCC is in your country. Okay, then you move to introduction. So there are a few things I would like to talk about in your introduction section, and these are your name. You need to include your name in the introduction. You need to include your previous education. So if you're applying to do your undergrad, you probably include your SHS or your secondary school education, and then if you're applying to do a master's, you probably include your secondary school education and your university. Your nationality, you need to state that you are actually maybe a Ghanaian or you're a Congolese or something. You need to state your nationality in your introduction. You need to also write why you are writing this letter. So state that you are writing this letter because of so and so. This is why you're writing this letter. Okay, and then you also need to state the school that you got admission into in Canada. So state that University of Regina is the one that you got admission in. Then you state that that's the university you got admission into and how long you'll be studying in Canada. So let them know the period with which you'll be studying in Canada and when the program starts and would end. So you let them know. So basically it's the same thing as the one I mentioned earlier, the period with which you'll be studying in Canada, and then your intention of studying that specific program. Make sure that you're making it clear to the visa officer that this is why you're intending on studying this particular program in Canada. And then we'll move on to the body. So these are the things that I included. I think I should say this before I get into the body. Remember that this is my experience, this is what I did, and this is what worked for me. These are the things that I included in my statement of purpose. And so I'm not a visa officer, I'm not an immigration agent. I'm just using my experience to teach or help other people. So this is what I included in my SOP. So it's not guaranteed that everything is perfect in my statement of purpose, but that's what I included in my statement of purpose. Okay, I just needed to clarify that before continuing. So for the body, you have to include why you chose that school. So I included why I chose that school, the reason why I chose that school over other schools. So you can also talk about the tuition fee, so you compare that to other schools and how that school is probably cheaper than other schools, because that's what I thought. And the equipment that were in my school would help me, you know, better my education, because in Ghana we don't have those facilities and those things that will help me to acquire the skills I need for nursing. And so that's what I included in that part. And why you want to take that course in relation to your future career. So I included this because I needed to show how the course that I'm taking would help me in my future career plans. So I explained that one as well. And what motivated you to choose that program? I told them why I was motivated to choose that specific program and my passion and the inspiration behind my will and passion to do that program. I also told them how it would help my country. So what I'm going to study outside, how it's going to help my country, which is Ghana, how I'm going to use that to help my country. So I included that as well. And also who will be sponsoring you. So I included a person that will be sponsoring me, and I told them that I will attach the sponsorship letter to the email. So your sponsor needs to write a letter approving and rectifying or stating that they know that they will be supporting you throughout your education. And what will you do after you are done with your studies? So they want to know what you will do after you are done with your studies. So what I said was I'm going to come back and use the knowledge that I would have acquired by that time to help my country. And so that's my plans. And so you need to let them know what you will do after. What they are ultimately looking for is you relating what you are going to do in Canada to a goal or an inspiration in your country. You need to include where your institution is, so where exactly your institution, the address, let them know exactly where it is, because yeah, you need to let them know where your institution is, and acknowledge that you would respect their rules and regulations in the school and in Canada when you arrive. And then you move on to conclusion and just thank them and let them know that you are relying on their these are the things that I included in my statement of purpose. I know that it's a little challenging when you don't know what to include in your statement of purpose. That's the end of today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share and all that good stuff. I really do appreciate all the newbies and all the returning subscribers. I adore you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time in my next video.